Robin.
David Dukovny is going to be coming in here in seconds. And we're learning that Roland is a huge fan of David Dukovny.
I did not know that.
No one knew that, but he's out of his mind that David Dukovny's in today. And he brings all the celebrities through for us. But this one's a biggie for Roland. A biggie.
A biggie.
Has there been another one for him that blew him away? There might have been one more that he
Not
was...
like this. I don't think he could hear us, but he found out that David Dukovny's kids love Legos or something, so he's got a huge box of Legos he's going to give David Dukovny.
What is he, crazy?
What, David Dukovny's going to fly back to L.A. with a huge box of Legos when he can just buy the Legos in L.A.?
And like David Dukovny doesn't
Give him a
have
gift card.
Have the, lettuce
Right.
to get his kid his own Legos.
He's a major fanboy of David Dukovny.
This is great. My kids really wanted this. They've been begging for it for years.
Yeah, wow. Good thing someone else bought it.
Let's follow David Dukovny out of the studio. He'll throw it in a dumpster somewhere.
You're going to see some homeless guy playing with Legos down the street.
Absolutely.
Building himself a Lego house.
Absolutely. What should we do? Should we wait, or we could start? We got audio of the jilted bride there.
Was that the blonde one? The big...
Danny's like, I hate this woman. She was just on the Today Show. We've been talking about this the last couple of days. The guy decided to bail. He didn't want to get married after all.
Did Danny say, I hate this woman, or I hate all women? Not that he's gay. He's angry. Oh, kick the thing again.
Well,
Kick it.
Someone will get the hint, and they'll fix it. Well, here she is on the Today Show.
Rosemary Schell is with us exclusively, along with her attorney, Lydia Sartain. Good morning to both of you.
Where's the attorney?
Rosemary, first of all, your reaction to this jury decision of $150,000. Were you surprised by the amount?
A little bit, but I was thrilled. I feel like justice was really...
They weren't married!
Justice.
What are we doing?
Do you know what the word justice means, you dummy?
That's right.
I felt that justice was miscarried. Unless that's the next word.
This guy doesn't owe her crap.
I felt that Jesus would be very happy.
I feel like justice was really done.
You know, engagements, as sad as it is, are broken all the time. Why did you feel the need to take legal action?
Primarily because he made a promise to me.
Primarily because I'm
He made a promise to me. You know what? Promises aren't always kept. And it doesn't mean that he owes you $100,000. It means you could call him an ass, worse. You could call him whatever the hell you want. But where does that then give her the right to get over $100,000 of this guy's money because he broke this promise to marry her? Oh, God, I hate this stuff.
Primarily because he made a promise to me, and I relied on that promise and gave up a lot of things because of that promise.
Well,
and I suffered significantly for it.
You gave up, in particular, a good-paying job.
Too bad. Maybe your judgment should be fixed.
Right.
Find other guys.
That's called life. See, people don't understand. It's called life. Life is this thing that you go through. Point A is being born, and then point B is croaking. And in between is something called your life. And there's no guarantee that promises are kept and decisions that you make are going to be good ones all the time, and that other people are responsible for those decisions. This bitch!
It's not going to be a smooth ride.
No.
It's going to have bumps in the road.
Of course.
Maybe she did deserve the money, though. I mean, like, if
what?
Jimmy!
If the guy...
Suck it.
No,
Come here.
I'll do that anyway.
Come here.
I'll do that simply for the gig. No, but if the guy promised to do a certain thing and she gave up a job, it's like his
doesn't matter.
That's her problem.
That's her judgment on him. How trustworthy this guy is. Should she have said, you know something? I got a pretty good job here, fella. Maybe I'm not ready to give it up.
Yeah, but he promised to marry her, so she's like, I'm going to have this life with this guy, and he just dumps her.
I love Jimmy playing the reasonable voice of
I want to take his cute face and smush it. I want to squeeze it.
Why? It's kissable.
I know it is.
It's adorable when I
I
shave.
want to squeeze it.
Maybe it's time that men start realizing the ramifications of their actions.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, for too long, women have been dragged into these kind of situations with no recourse from the criminal justice or the legal justice.
Oh, my
system.
God.
I think this is a good thing. I think this is a movement in the right direction.
Good. This is good. Precedent-setting thing. This is great.
Let's have a cage match. Ant and I versus you two. Let's go.
Let's go.
Depends on what Geraldo has done that morning.
Yeah.
If he's healthy, all right, it might be a good one. But if he's on one of his wonderful runs, I take me and Geraldo anytime. I'll just stand behind him and watch him Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah.
We got David Dukovny. He's walking up the stairs. So you want to get to the end of this clip, or you want to just wait?
Walking up the stairs, where?
Let's do that.
The elevator, you mean?
They said stairs.
Where?
It's very healthy.
I don't know.
Take the stairs.
A good paying job.
Yes.
By moving.
Yes, a lot of things. And, I just felt like people shouldn't be allowed to do people that way.
Wayne Gibbs, your ex-fiancé, has said that one of the reasons he broke off the engagement is because when you moved back to be with him, he paid off a lot of your debt and then realized you had even more debt, and that gave him cold feet. Decided maybe I'm not going to go all the way here and marry this woman. What's your reaction to that?
That's simply not true. We discussed my debts before I left Florida. We discussed my debts when I came back from Florida. He had a list. He knew exactly what I owed.
So there is debt.
That's just kind of a smokescreen he put up.
Smokescreen?
Yeah.
Oh. She goes, no, that's simply not true. We discussed the debts. Oh, so you're admitting there were debts that he did pay. Ugh, this leech. Just to take, you know how you get rid of her? You gotta grab her close to your skin and then put a cigarette butt on her ass so the head doesn't break off under your skin and get infected. You're a tick!
We gotta get the guy on our show.
Yeah.
Can we hunt him down?
Yeah, look for a man crying.
He'll have a
with his
different story to
checkbook
tell. We got more audio of
I
this.
think the bottom line is, though, normally I would agree against it, but if the guy promised to marry her and then she gave the thing that convinces me is that she gave up the job, and if you give up that kind of money and the guy just backs out, it's like,
I thought you were kidding all this
You're
time.
not really
So
kidding
did I.
I was playing along.
Jimmy is just a douche.
Why?
Because how could you even defend this woman?
I'm not actually, and I know it's a weird position to take, but it's like, only the job... The job.
First of all, it's the role. You're not. It's not even if you agree that she's right. Even if you agree that she's right, the question is, how could she have access to the courts? These are our tax dollars. So that this is a system. The governmental system is now being used to settle private nonsense like this. I mean,
if she would have gotten married and left the job, that's one thing. I don't even agree with that, but that's one. At least she'd have a leg to stand on in this one. A promise like, yeah, look, we're gonna have this great life together. We're gonna get married. You leave your job, you come out, you move with me. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
that's what everyone says in marriage. It's not like, hey, don't leave your job because I don't know what the hell where this is going.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be all full of sparkles and romance at that point.
We should explain. We got David Dukovny in studio. David, while we were waiting for you, we played audio. Yeah. I want to get your take on this real fast, then we'll get into the X-Files and stuff.
Is it me?
No, nothing.
All right, good.
We have a.
All right, good.
We have it's not on TV anymore.
Okay.
We have this woman. She was going to get married, and the guy at the last second decided he needs to bail. He's like he didn't feel good about the situation. Right. She had some debt, and we're thinking maybe some other things were going on. She turned around and got a lawyer, sued the guy for backing out of the marriage. They weren't married. She won $150,000.
It doesn't make sense.
There was no contract of it. It was just a verbal.
They weren't even married yet.
But he did promise, and she did give up a good job.
Jimmy, I'm going to smack you in the head.
I promise? You promised?
But, I mean, it's like a contract. It's a verbal contract in a way.
What is a verbal contract?
Well, like she agreed to move and relocate for him.
He's just a liar. But is that illegal?
Well, not illegal, but he's not being put in jail. But he is being taken to task.
Thank God, the voice of reason, David Dukovny.
Gloria Allred
I would like it better if he went to jail for fibbing.
For telling a fib.
But it's setting a precedent now. Now you could get sued before you even get married.
Well, then you just can't make a promise when someone's got a $150,000 job on the line.
Shut up. I don't like the way
we don't know if he's...
What about if
BSing us or what?
But always used unkind.
I don't think he is.
He plays the devil's advocate all the time, and I want to really smash him.
We have to. David Dukovny obviously is doing the new X-Files.
X-Files.
I got to start though by saying why did you come back? Because it went horribly wrong the last time you were here.
Did it?
Remember? Yeah.
What happened?
Because he came in to promote Californication.
Right.
None of us saw it, and we were just sitting here like, X-Files movie, and you're like, I don't want to talk about that.
Right.
I'm not talking about that. I want to talk about Californication.
Right.
And it was a weird interview, but I think we had a good time.
Yeah.
Now I'm prepared to.
Well, I was going to sue you afterwards. It wasn't as good a time as I wanted to have.
But this is the beauty of
verbal
us.
contract was made.
This is the beauty of us. You're here to promote the X-Files movie.
Yeah.
I am so prepared to talk about Californication now.
I'll talk about anything you want. Whatever you want.
I got the DVD of the first season,
Yeah.
and I feel really bad that I didn't watch it before you came in the last
no.
time, because I love the show on Showtime.
Yeah. We just finished the second season a couple days ago, and I think it's even funnier and better than the first season.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'm amazed by all the women you get to bang in this series, and
Yeah.
I wonder if your wife has a problem with this, even though it's acting.
Um,
Because you're completely naked in front of these women that are completely naked with ridiculous bodies.
No, you always wear a cock sock.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Which is, I just like saying that.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Can we clean that up? Because that's pretty funny.
like you, man.
He's got something that
I'm wearing one right now.
Yeah, he's got something that he puts on when he's doing the sex scene.
It's a special sock you have to wear, just say during sex scenes where nothing will really happen.
And mine is usually Argyle, like an Argyle.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
It blends in.
Yeah. Yeah, actors always say this, and you always think it's bull, but it's actually true that the sex scenes are usually like the opposite of sexy because they're choreographed, and usually for camera, your genitals end up around her belly button, and that looks like real and things like that. So it's not. And we're also conscious of the women or whoever is on the show is comfortable doing what they're doing, because it's not easy to come onto a set and do something like that. So
you're good. You told this to your lady, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
She's an actress, so she knows. She knows.
And I'll tell you how you guys are really smart, because I got the DVD, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to give this a try.
Right.
The first episode had so many hot women naked. I'm like,
Right.
how could you not watch this show at this point?
Yeah.
And one of the opening scenes is this girl Mia that in the middle of having sex with you, she punches you in the face
Twice.
and then we learn that she's underage. You didn't
Yeah.
know, your character didn't know,
Right.
And we also learned that it's the little girl from that old show, The Nanny.
The Nanny.
How could you not watch Californication?
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't?
And actually, when we were shooting the X-Files movie in Canada, I was on a treadmill or something, and one of the old nannies was on, and I felt really bad about myself.
That's dirty. Oh, is that filthy?
And yet I kept watching.
Well, Mia, her name's Mia in the show, and she's
Madeline Zima, yeah.
she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's really tall too. She grew up.
Yeah, for me, it's the second punch that is the best.
Right.
Because you get punched once, it's kind of sick and funny, and twice, it's just funny at that point.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to do a make good. I mean, Californication
Oh, no.
is great.
Was it even out when I came in here? I don't know if you even had the chance.
I thought it was. I thought
it was.
whatever. But
Well, thank you. I
did
appreciate
the first
that.
season end as a dream?
Well, I'm
You don't want to say, obviously.
I don't want to say.
That's all for the insiders.
The reason that Tom Kapanos, the creator of the show, did that is we didn't know, by the time we were shooting the last episode of last season, we didn't know if we were picked up or not. So he wanted to make it so that if we didn't get picked up, it would just function as an entity, a story from start to finish. So,
sure.
We got put in this box at the end by getting us back together. But that's always good in television, is to challenge yourself by, tying up your loose ends, and you have to make new ones.
It's going to end up being a dream because you got the second season.
I'm not saying.
All right.
I have a question for you too. When you came up, Roland's our guy. He takes care of all the celebrities.
Roland, yeah, he gave me Lego, and I'm it's weird when a grown man gives you Lego. Yeah, but my kid, I'm a hero now. I'm just going to send that off, and for me getting Lego.
Roland, could you come here? Because we heard about this. How big of a, would you mind if Roland?
Not at all.
Roland's a super fan.
But I think he's being polite. You don't want a box of Legos?
No, I do.
You could get Legos for your kids.
You can't.
He should have gave you a gift card.
You can't. Lego it's harder to get than anything in the world.
Yeah. No, but I give him a card, though, that he could get whatever he wants at any time.
Yeah.
For how much?
Anything.
It's a little like crack. It's a little like the first one's free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got him a Lego gift card?
No, it's my friend's a VP at Lego, so whatever he wants, anytime, free.
VP of Lego?
No,
How do you know someone who works at Lego? What's wrong with you?
I should have known. They designed the little people after you. You kind of look like that Lego guy.
That's great. So you love David.
Yeah, I love the X-Files.
Thank
which
you.
comes
Well, who
out
doesn't?
today,
Yeah.
which is awesome and way better than Batman.
Well, yeah, Batman is a crazy kind of phenomenon. So what I want to tell people is, if Batman is sold out, it's perfectly fine and actually okay.
That's smart.
If you buy an X-Files ticket and sneak back into Backman. That's good with me. I don't care what movie you watch.
Just buy the X-Files
ticket.
Yeah. I'll just say this. Aaron Eckhart is Harvey Dent in Two-Face. There you go. Now go see the X-Files.
Wow. What are you doing?
Like
Big spoiler. Just blurt it out. So people go see the X-Files.
X-Files.
I sat next to Roland at The Dark Knight, and he loved the movie.
Yeah.
You really like this David Duchovny.
The hardcore people should have seen it already.
I didn't love the movie, though.
Well, here's a spoiler for me. Batman, also Bruce Wayne.
No way.
Yeah.
I would never know because he sounded so different. I'm Batman. That's terrific. Heath Ledger spit on you after every take? It's awful. Where are we going to catch the joke? Shut up. Horrendous.
Why is my girlfriend so unattractive?
Why is he attacking his mother and sister? He should be punching his acting coach. Yeah, do the gravelly voice thing. That worked. I'm going to get you.
I'm the richest guy in New York City, but my girlfriend's an ass face.
Let me just say that David Duchovny left.
Yes,
of course.
We know how you guys are.
He wasn't involved with that.
No, now the movie, obviously. A lot of people curious, do you have to be a fan of the show? Do you have to have seen the previous movie, or is this kind of standalone?
It's a standalone. You know, when we came out to publicize the last movie, which was 10 years ago and 6 years since we finished the show on television, we had these marching orders to let people know that you don't have to have seen the show to enjoy the movie, and it was bull. You know, that was we all knew it was bull. It was a lie, but we went out there and lied anyway because, you know, people just lie when they're publicizing stuff. But this time, I'm not lying. I won't come back here in 6 years and tell you that I was lying. You can actually enjoy the film and should enjoy the film without knowing anything about the characters of the show.
That's a little odd. Because I read a few reviews that came out, and one of them was like, it was a little odd because there isn't really an alien tie-in.
No, there's no alien tie-in. That's one of the attempts to make it a standalone.
A standalone, yeah, because then you'd have to know the whole backstory of Mulder and that goddamn sister that just took up your whole life. You know something? At some point, got to get over the sister thing and just kind of move on.
Well, one thing he's doing for closure is he's going to sue the aliens now.
That's a good idea. Litigate. Just litigate with the aliens.
We had a couple of guys, were they producers from the X-Files?
Oh, Frank and Chris?
Well, you, Jimmy.
We have a moment for you, David.
Oh, yeah?
You'll never come back.
This is horrible.
You'll never come back.
It wasn't a bad moment.
I'm a huge fan.
We started promoting the X-Files movie a while ago.
Right.
And we had Chris Carter in, actually, and Frank Spotnitz.
Yes, Frank Spotnitz.
Right. And Jimmy really wasn't sure who
they were.
So we're talking about the X-Files movie, and you know they're not fessing up to much of anything. They're not giving any info out on storyline or anything like that. Yeah. And Jimmy started asking them questions as if they were actors. Like, I believe he thought one of them was Mulder.
I didn't know. I thought they were both in the show.
I think one of them does think he's Mulder.
We got a quick clip. It's worth playing.
Oh, you got this?
Yes.
Hey, do you guys when you're in between, like, you know, you got 6 years between doing films? Are you doing like theater and stuff like that? A lot of actors just get so bored with being known as the same role all the time. They just want to go out and, like, you know, Gandolfini always wants to go out and do some weird thing. I mean,
that's what he asked them.
That's
What do they say?
As far as Dave and Jillian go, I mean,
you know, the people that act in the movie. Yeah, Chris Carter's off doing Broadway, you idiot. He's in Mamma Mia.
That would have been a bad. That would have been a bad question to the actors.
Right? Yeah, to the actual actors.
You didn't like my Melt Hillis stutter? A nervous idiot.
And then we have the clip where you discover that they really don't act.
those are the creators, right?
Yep.
Well, Jimmy seemed to be under the impression they were actors.
A lot of people in Instant Feedback said that too.
Oh, they weren't actors? I have no idea who they were.
Do you find yourself in the roles like De Niro, and they were looking at him like, "What are you talking about?"
No.
Did you do any Broadway?
I was wondering why
Chris Carter doing Rent.
I was wondering why you kept talking about the other actors.
Chris Carter is the creator of the X-Files.
Good for me.
All right, so the instant feedback was accurate.
I have no idea.
The instant feedback was coming in, and a lot of people going, I think Jimmy thinks that they're actors.
I thought they were the two leads in the show.
Oh, my God. That's hysterical. Yeah, that would be hysterical.
What a dope. That's like asking Oliver Stone. So do you act in theater when you're not starring in the movies? What a I am. But they didn't call me out on it either.
Well, they were being polite.
They were
Jimmy.
embarrassed for you.
I know.
They're being nice.
There's like a feeling in the room right now, silent revulsion.
Secretly, I'm very pleased.
Oh, it was hysterical because they were just like, "Oh no, this guy has no clue who we
Trying
are."
to figure out which one's Scully and which one's Mulder.
Yeah.
I don't.
I can see where the sexual tension comes from.
Yeah. Now, you know something. Speaking of that, I see in the trailer might be a little romance going on.
Oh yeah, it's been 6 years. You know what woman? You know, you keep knocking at that door for 6 years. Eventually, it's going to open.
Something's got to happen. Yeah. And how was that getting on set, being the character again?
Honestly, it was great. It was, you know, you don't want to do an imitation of yourself. It was nice to be able to, you know, have this guy 6 years later. And,
did you do that? You would like kind of advanced yourself what you thought Mulder would be like with 6 years under his belt.
Exactly.
And what has the character been doing up?
Well, that's the thing. He hasn't been doing what he's supposed to be doing. So the movie kind of tracks him from being a guy who's not doing what he should be doing, which is being Mulder, to a guy, you know, finding his passion again for what he does. And it's kind of a nice arc that way.
Still got a penchant for pornography and all that stuff?
Me personally, or Mulder?
Well, both.
There's no porn in the movie. Unfortunately, but you know, if there's a sequel, we hope to take it to Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, Mulder liked his porno. That's all.
It was once written in one of the shows that, you know, because Mulder occasionally did watch the videos. Back then, they were videos, before DVD. But it was written that Mulder was actually masturbating watching a video of Sasquatch. And we actually shot it. And, you know, you can never put that on.
Of course not. Gag reel.
So the scene is actually just Mulder looking at a video of Sasquatch under the covers, kind of tucked up tight. But we actually seriously shot that because we thought maybe we'll be able to get that on. But
sure.
No. And then I was like, well, is Sasquatch male or female? I was like, is Mulder gay? I don't know. It's
wouldn't matter. It's just Sasquatch.
He likes
kind of turn you on.
The hairy thing.
Yeah. Hey, Roland, you got a question? You're a fanboy.
Yeah, you love David.
Come on, give us a good question. Not a deep inside question. Something that the audience would...
I'm just excited that the X-Files are coming out today.
Yeah.
To go see it. Miss work. I would.
It's not a good question, though.
I don't know.
That's a question.
I don't know. I blanked out.
Hey, David, you can make his day. Could you just tickle him?
We're here.
No.
Like a side.
No, give him a...
If you just grab a... Listen to that.
You just made his week.
That is the worst laugh a man should have.
Do a lot of people tickle him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because the laugh is...
my shame.
It's my shame?
Don't it sound like...
Don't be ashamed. It's you're
gotta give me feminine laugh.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all.
It's kind of fun to do, right?
I think it's nice. Yeah. I wish I could giggle like that and be tickled.
How about...
You want to try?
I wish I could laugh like Truman Capote on helium.
Yeah. Roland, it's your moment. One question.
One question. You got your Emmy at the sane asylum on the set of X-Files?
Golden Globe, yeah.
Golden Globe.
Yeah.
Oh, Golden Globe.
All right, so now that you...
So that was a yes or no question.
now that you said the wrong award, how was your Oscar? You're doing the X-Men.
You're just trying. You're the guy that thinks Carter and Spotnitz are Mulder and Scully.
I know I'm a dope, but it's just funny watching Roland, because Roland knows everything about you. How about an inside question? Something that none of us would think to ask, because Roland is a David expert.
Well, you put him on the spot. Maybe we'll come back to you.
Look at him sweating.
I know.
He's sweating.
I blinked out.
What about how is Jillian hopping back into the character and everything?
Great. You know, and actually, I did 2 weeks before Jillian showed up working, and it was kind of awkward. And then finally, when Jillian and I started working together, it actually just all clicked in for both of us being Mulder and Scully. And, you know, when we were doing the show, it was 9 years together, and it's no secret we kind of couldn't stand each other for periods of time. But, you know, now that's all gone and forgotten, and when we get together, it's just we really appreciate one another. And, you know, 9 years we spent together, and you know, I just love her in a certain way, you know.
Mm-hmm. Any inside quickly, sorry, Jim. Any inside little jokes about like cell phones or things like that? Because you guys, your cell phones were hysterically funny back then.
When we first started, the cell phone was like a brick.
Yeah, huge brick, and it became a very funny.
Well, yeah, and that was a running joke, but the truth was, without the cell phone, both of us would have quit earlier, because the cell phone enabled us to have days off, because, you know, we could talk.
Right, you're back and forth in different locations, right.
No, the cell phones are getting smaller. I don't know what else.
I would just think,
Go see this movie for the small cell phone.
Yeah, for the small cell phone. No, I would just think that there were so many little things that people paid attention to that with time passing by, you could actually look back and kind of goof on those things. In a way. Maybe I should have written a couple of things for the movie.
Well, you could have.
if only the creator was in, and not the.
You should have. No, you're asking the actor about the writing. You asked the creator.
I know.
What started your dislike? Like, how long were you together, working together before, like, one of you went like, ugh?
It takes a couple years. I mean, you guys seem to get along, but there must be times when you can't stand each other. No.
Just Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Sometimes the weekends.
Yeah. It's just a matter of just working so hard together for so long that it's just become. I'm a very moody person, and if you were a saint working next to me, I would probably work up a pretty good hatred for you.
Really?
So I'm sure it all came from me.
But you can just kind of sense it, and then all of a sudden you start dreading doing scenes together.
No, that's the weird thing. Is like whenever I remember there were a couple weeks where we weren't really speaking to one another, and then we do a scene, and it was great. And we'd speak to one another, and love on one another like we do with Mulder and Scully. And
do you watch those scenes and go like, God, we weren't even dealing with each other?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when or where it was, but it is amazing to me, and I guess we were both professional and still made it happen. But, at this point, I just really love and appreciate her. And I'm glad, that we're not in that kind of intense situation where everybody kind of loses their mind a little bit.
Well, there's a lot of excitement for the X-Files movie. Yeah. We got Jose from Brooklyn. He's got a question for David. Jose.
David, how you doing?
I'm good, Jose. How are you?
Hey, listen, I gotta tell you, I wasn't a big fan of the X-Files, but I loved Californication. I thought you were awesome. And the funniest episode, I think, was the one with the squirter. How on earth did you get that chick to, make it seem like she was having a live orgasm like that?
Oh, well, that's we actually had a little hose. Honestly, we had a little hose cut out into the bed, so it was almost like a little like you do with insects, like that kind of, like a little nozzle, and it was coming up through the bed, and it was between her legs, and Evan Handler, who plays Charlie Runkle, is pleasuring her orally, and she ejaculates.
We're so that's
worry about it.
You can't say that.
Yeah,
you used to be able to. But go ahead.
Dumb radio. Yeah. It's okay.
I mean, other things.
They'll hear it.
So the spray comes out, is perfect the first time, hits Evan right in the face, and it's a great take. But you always go again just for safety or whatever. And after that, the hose just went crazy. And at one take, the two women come in the door and see this all happening. And one take, the door opens, and they got sprayed like 6 feet diagonally across.
Stop! You're spilling it.
Like footage from Mississippi in 1965.
Hey, what can you tell us about the second season?
There's none of that particular type of action, but there's a lot of other type of action, and as the character, as more becomes at stake for the characters, it's always funnier. And now that we've got some history to draw on between the relationships and the characters and what they want, it just gets deeper and funnier. And what I love about the character is he really wants to be with this one woman, and because, well, he gets together with them, but because it's so difficult that he just goes a little crazy. And I like the idea of playing this character who's kind of sentimentally romantic on the one hand, and then can't say no on the other.
Yeah, banging everything in sight on the other.
Oh, you can say banging but not ejaculate?
Yeah.
I think.
Some reason.
Who knows?
It's all context.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I think we got to get him out of here, unfortunately. You're a busy man today, I'm here.
Yeah, you're all over the place today.
I could stay here all day.
Rolling?
Sure.
No, honestly, this is fun.
I heard you're producing America Dreamers at the Reader Digest. When does that come out?
My wife is. Yeah. I don't know. It's in development, but are you interested in that?
Yeah, I read about it. It sounds pretty interesting. Very interesting.
Cool.
I heard you're going to be starring in the Hulk. Didn't you say that last time?
Yeah.
Didn't you say that?
We had all wrong info last time.
Oh, my God, that's right.
Keep it IMDb.
Roland with this erroneous information.
Well, we do have to take a break. I mean, if you want to hang around for a few
I
more
don't know. We'll
minutes.
see what the schedule is, but
We understand. You probably have to go, I'm
Yeah.
thinking. You're just being nice.
But thanks for letting me come here and talk about the X-Files.
X-Files, today, right?
Hey, right now.
That's it,
Roland
right
already
now,
saw
as
it?
we speak.
And loved it.
I'd say it's awesome.
Oh, you saw it already?
Yeah, don't go see Batman.
Wait, Roland's great. Roland's great at
love
giving
Roland.
reviews.
Go to TMZ
Hold on.
Google Christian Bale, see what he did. That's what I'm saying.
Roland,
Batman.
you're great at promoting movies. Why should we go see the X-Files? David, you're going to love this.
Okay.
It's because it's awesome. It's like the best movie out.
Wow. That wasn't David tickling him.
All right. Give a synopsis of the movie without blowing any spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm not. Go see it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I won't give anything out for the X-Files. I love the X-Files.
Yeah.
Right.
I love you, Roland.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
We're going to take a break.
Love
David, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. It's Opie and Anthony.
Robin, 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 Robin,